So today what I'm going to show you is an awesome recipe from the Everyday Happy Herbivore, and in this cookbook everything is 30 minutes or less. So it's really awesome. And this recipe is her granola bars, and they are super delicious, and these have to be the best granola bars that we have made from any cookbook. And it's very simple ingredients. Now I have doubled the recipe, but you can pause it right here and see. But I doubled everything because it's never enough. And so what I'm using is, as you can see, very few ingredients. I'm using 2 cups of organic rolled oats. I'm using 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I'm using 3 tablespoons of agave and 3 tablespoons of maple syrup. I'm using 6 tablespoons of applesauce and half a cup of organic delicious cranberries. And the recipe calls for chocolate chips, so you can also use the vegan chocolate chips in this, which I have done, and they are delicious. And what we're going to need is to make quick oats. And so the way you make quick oats is you use your food processor, pour this in here, and I'm going to also add my cranberries in here so I can make them smaller. And I'm just going to mix it up, process it just for a little bit. That's what it's going to look like. Okay, and so now you're just going to take your quick oats. You're going to pour them in a bowl. And then you're going to add your ingredients. And I'm going to add the applesauce. I'm going to add my vanilla. Three tablespoons of agave. And my maple syrup. And I'm just going to mix it up. Now you can also add some sugar. It says here optional. You can add 1 or 2 teaspoons of sugar, and I think I'm going to add about 1 teaspoon of just coconut sugar, just to give it a little bit of that caramel taste. And that's optional. Gonna mix it in there, and you can add whatever you want. You can put flaxseed in here, you can put chia seeds, you can just go crazy. Just gonna mix this in really well. Okay, so now I have my dish, and this is just a Pyrex glass dish, and it measures 11 by 6. And I just took some parchment paper and push it down, and it stays, instead of having to spray with oil. And then I'm just going to pour out the mixture in here. And I'm just going to push it down and smush it. You want to have a tight, you want it to be tight. And so I'm going to use the back of my spoon. You can use your hands for this if you want. I'm just going to push it down really well. You want it to be flat, so that way when it comes out you can cut it any way you want to cut it, and it won't crumble and fall apart. So you want to apply a lot of pressure in pushing it down. Okay, that's it. Now we're going to bake it in a preheated oven, 325 degrees for 20 minutes. Okay, so I just took it out of the oven. It's been in there for 20 minutes. And I'm going to lift this out. I'm just going to put it out here. And I'm going to let it sit for a good 10 to 15 minutes to cool down before we cut it. Okay, so now I'm going to cut it. It's been about 10-15 minutes or so, and I'm just gonna cut it, and you can see how easy it cuts through. These are soft and chewy. If you want them crunchy, then just bake them for another 10 or 15 minutes. And that's what they look like. And I'm just going to break it in half so you see how easy it breaks. Thanks for watching.